I've been talking to you about the woman with the issue of blood. When you read the scriptures in Mark chapter 5, verse 25 to 34, one of the first few sentences in that scripture says that this particular woman had a long succession of physicians who were treating her, and they treated her badly, taking all her money and leaving her worse off than before. You may be listening to me this morning and you found yourself in the exact situation of that woman. You have a trail of failed relationships behind you. Most of the times, this is due to the fact that you were trying to heal and recover from one by stepping right into another one. Unfortunately, it never works. Most of us don't actually get to the bottom of a problem before we start to profile a solution. If I met this woman somewhere in my future, what would be the question I will ask? What exactly was your diagnosis? If you don't know a diagnosis, it is very easy for you to hop from one problem to another, and you hop from the hands of one person to another, and you're looking for a solution. It is so important in medical practice that you get the diagnosis right, because if you're not thinking about the diagnosis, you will never get the treatment right. Are you listening to me this morning and you found yourself hurt repeatedly by people? Let me give you an example. There are women, there are sisters who are listening to me this morning. You always find yourself dating married men. The question and or the problem is not with the married men. The problem lies with you. Why is it that those are the kind of people that you attract? This woman kept spending money. She was desperate. She was looking for an answer. Desperation is never really our friend. Desperation never does us good. The reason being that when you're desperate, you're not able to make the best judgment and assessment of things. That mysterious woman, she was desperate to get an answer. Unfortunately, our scenario and our dilemma means that she kept talking to the wrong people. It may be very difficult for you to embrace this, but whatever situation you find yourself in, if you've gone once, you've gone twice, go back to God. Go back to the person who created you. You need a diagnosis. The diagnosis may be that you have trust issues. It may be that you actually have a spiritual problem. It may be that you have a physical condition that needs to be dealt with. If this is not managed, you will find out that you have repeated trauma. That woman had repeated disappointment, which probably could have been managed in a different way. Please don't let's look outside as people, other people as the cause of our problem. Let us look within. When you get an answer from God, it is very easy for you to know which direction to go and receive a cure that will be permanent, like she received from Jesus. She met the right physician, she met the right doctor who treated her well. Repeated mistakes is not the will of